Hi everybody, I'm Paxash, and welcome to Paxash Plays Trick and Treat. I don't actually know anything about this, other than it was a free visual novel, and that I should be able to complete it within an hour. The only thing I looked up about it, just because when I played Who Is Mike, it was much shorter than I thought, I went and looked up an average playtime. Hi, Asa. I hope you can hear her meows so that I don't sound like I'm talking to myself, as usual. Wait, does anybody else, sort of, it makes them start for a second just because when you hear, the music that people typically use for creepypastas and spooky scary videos? I don't know if this is a horror game. I'm gonna assume, though. Anyway. Oh, more music I'm familiar with. That's fine, it's good music. That's why we all use it. Well, that and we don't have to pay for it. The sound of our steps, combined with that of the occasional nocturnal animal, is the only thing we can hear. It's terribly dark in this place. The dense vegetation makes it impossible to see the sky or light from the moon. Our flashlights are the only things that light up our way. At times like this, one begs to not run out of battery. We walk without knowing what we're really looking for, or better said, for no reason. That's a weird sentence. We're just a group of boys bored with our lives. Guys, come on, man. Ruining the atmosphere, cats. Trying to create a lasting memory on this night, instead of just staying home doing nothing. Today is October 31st, All Hallows Eve, better known as Halloween. Oh, we're doing Halloween in May. Or June. It might be June by the time this video goes up. I'm recording it in May. 3 young men walk through a dark, but up until now nothing special, forest, me being one of them. We're doing it to prove our courage. It's too bad there isn't a girl here to see how brave we are. Okay. Seeing it like that, one could say this is a meaningless effort. Wow, you're establishing a personality that I don't care for right now. For a moment I stopped to look at my watch. It's 1:49 a.m. That means we've been walking aimlessly for more than 2 hours now. I'm sure that many people would find a place like this terrifying, especially when the spooky scary music's playing. But once you get used to it, the fear disappears, making it feel like normal. What makes us afraid of the dark is that we cannot know what hides in it, what lurks in the shadows. But this is clearly an empty darkness. At that moment I sigh, feeling how tired my legs are. What's the point of being here? Clearly we had already demonstrated what we wanted. It would be best to return. I should tell them. Oh boy, it's foggy. I was about to speak when suddenly the atmosphere in the forest becomes strange. Suddenly a cold chill runs through my body. It was like any other chill, except it was not going away. Now's the time you're gonna get a snack, Asa? What did I just tell you about atmosphere? For no reason, the air's temperature dropped from one second to the other. Now my laptop's ruining the atmosphere. God damn it, fan! That's what I get for playing games on computers that were not built for gaming and recording. Because it's actually not that they're not built for gaming, it's that they were not built to run OBS while gaming. I should probably look into using a different program that doesn't make my computer hate me so much, but oh well. Anyway, so much so, my breath becomes visible, turning into mist. It doesn't end there. The air is now filled with a rotten smell just a little short from being unbearable. Images of worms and flies soon appear in my mind, giving me a really unpleasant feeling. Maybe you should stop thinking of worms and flies, then. We all stop at that moment. What's happening? Fucking Axel. Is that really your name? I asked, confused while turning to look at my friends. Oh, is Axel us? By the expression on their faces, it was easy to know that they were just as lost as I was. It was then that we heard footsteps nearby that did not come from any of us. We all got dead quiet after that. I don't know if it was out of fear, or to check if it was not a mistake, but we stayed motionless, like statues, without making a noise. Just looking at each other's faces, wondering the same thing. What was happening? Friend. Yes, my friend. As if I could know. We heard the steps again, They clearly belong to a human, or at least to a large animal, but there's something strange about them. It sounds as if the person walked, dragging one foot. Just thinking about it made me shiver. Damn, why is this happening? Makes no sense. What is happening? That's my genuine question, is what... It doesn't make sense that somebody else would be out here in the woods. Don't they know that we have exclusive claim on these woods? We should have returned home before, but now it's too late to regret it. I can't take it seriously now. I have the feeling that we're being stalked by someone. The strange footsteps stop, but I'm still feeling the presence nearby. I don't know where it is, but I know that it's looking at me. That cursed thing is looking at me. My heart is beating anxiously. It's almost as if my body was telling me to get out of there. But strangely, my friends seemed unable to perceive it. Seems that it's gone. It must have just been an animal. Said one of them, convinced that we were safe. I would like to believe that too. So none of your friends have names, huh, Axel? I'm sure you guys are very close. We had a sigh of relief. However, bad luck would soon strike us again. My god, the picture changed. Unexpectedly, the forest becomes darker than before in just the blink of an eye. But that wasn't the fault of the forest, but of our flashlights which went out. Of the three, only one, mine, was still working. What's going on? Did the batteries die? Asked one of them, scared, while they both beat them desperately, as if that was going to revive them. Oh, there was a thing coming up the back of my throat while I was saying that sentence. I can't blame them. The idea of walking in the darkness was not pleasant for anyone. But after a few moments we had no choice but to resign ourselves to that. Once more the sound of our footsteps is heard. But the silence is different now. We're not quiet because we have nothing to say, but because we're afraid. We continue walking despite the fear that invades us. Visibility is almost zero, but we have no choice. In theory, we were walking back looking for the exit, but I cannot remember anything of this forest. We could be walking in circles and I would never notice it until it's too late. I hate the thought of it. I just want to get out of here. Suddenly my thoughts are silenced. I mean, thoughts are always silent, technically, but... We hear the footsteps of someone, or something. Don't they know that we're the only ones allowed to be in these woods? Once more, the three of us become statues awaiting the presence to go. I hold my breath while feeling my heart beating anxiously. Damn, get away from here and leave us alone. This is why I'm not an actor. That was terrible. Unexpectedly, the steps are heard closer. This time, they do not disappear, but rather come at us. I can't stand it. Desperately, I move my flashlight everywhere, looking for the author of those footsteps. Is that the author of the footsteps? Alright. I'm not gonna be too nitpicky. I probably couldn't come up with an original story for a visual novel. At least not a decent one. Hoping for the light to reveal their identity and erase our fears. Nothing. Nothing. Is that all there is around here? Just empty air? Empty air and license-free music? The fuck? I think my desk just started moving. That's not creepy. My anxiety grows with each failed attempt. I refuse to believe that it was a ghost. Suddenly, when I move the flashlight again, I see a silhouette. I could not distinguish what it was, but for a moment the light revealed something. Quickly, I point to the same place, only to discover it was gone. I hold my breath anxiously. It was not an illusion. I'm sure that I saw something. It was then that I hear something nearby. Without even thinking, I aim the light towards that place. Ooh, do we get to see something? What I found leaves us paralyzed, with an expression of disbelief on our faces. Moment of truth. Alright. That's fun. It's a white cat with eyes of an intense red, which stands before us. Her look is not the friendliest to say something. Somehow I get the feeling it's a female cat. Probably because most people associate cats with women and dogs with men. At least that's what I've found. Most people I know just, assume all my cats are female when they meet them. It's weird. Aw, cat's mad. Suddenly she lets out a thunderous meow that leaves us terrified. Sounded more like a lion roaring than a simple cat. Oh, I wish they would have found like a free cat sound effect. That would have been funny. The echo of her meow is heard throughout the forest, making it sound more sinister than it should be. It was then that suddenly an inexplicable force hits us three. Ugh, I don't like that. I fall to the ground, and little by little my eyelids close. The fatigue becomes unbearable. I lose consciousness on the ground of the forest without knowing what was going to happen with me. Interlude before night falls. Okay. Alright. Well, I think that's a good place to end it. I guess this is previous to all that happened. So I guess we'll get more into the story. It's a bit intriguing so far. So that'll be the end of this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.